Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Welcome back to the DutchRC channel. And as you can see, I've got myself a monitor this time. An FPV monitor by Aomway. I got this one from Banggood. I'll have a link in the description so you can check out the pricing and availability. Now, this is a 10-inch FPV monitor with Dual Diversity. It has two antennae which it'll switch in between to attain the best possible reception. This is a pretty new monitor. I've been actually looking for a good FPV monitor for quite a while. Yeah, I've had good experiences with Aomway products so far, so I wanted to give this one a try. It has a nice size, obviously, 10-inch, quite big for an FPV monitor. And I've got it mounted on a tripod, as you can probably tell. With that, I should note, this monitor being pretty sizable, 10-inch, you don't want to mount it in the field with wind, right? On a flimsy $15 tripod. It'll catch a bit of wind, obviously, 10-inch. And yeah, with a flimsy tripod, that'll it might blow over. So, and you don't want that, of course. Let's see. Yeah, I have two bright studio lights shining into the monitor at this moment, and I'm sure you'd agree there is no real glare in it. The monitor doesn't come with a sun shield, regrettably. That would have been nice. There are a few notches at the top over here, which I assume are for a future upgrade or option part for this monitor. We'll just see how it works out outdoors. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll test that in this video. Now, this monitor has quite a lot of inputs and outputs. At the front you've got a myriad of buttons to operate the screen, and a jog style of button over here. And at the top, obviously, you've got two SMA connectors for your antenna, and the monitor actually comes with two antennae. I'll show you what comes with the monitor in a few minutes. And if we rotate it around, alright, on the left side of the monitor you've got four thingies, a turn dial over here which you can press into, and if you press it, just one press, it'll start recording your FPV session. So yes, this monitor has a built-in DVR, which is very, very nice, of course. I'll also show you in this video a sample recording with this DVR. I haven't tried it as of yet, but I hope it won't record with a lot of JPEG artifacts, so with a lot of compression. But we'll see. In a few minutes I'll show you a sample recording with this DVR. Over here you've got your microSD card slot. It can hold SD cards up to 64 gigabytes. And over here you've got yourself an HDMI in, which is handy, especially for DJI pilots, I think. But you can, the monitor has a built-in media player, which is actually a very nice option. Well, this micro HDMI port obviously is used for that media player. Then there's an USB port, which is not for charging but also for the media player. So you can play back, a very handy option actually. Say you've done an FPV session and you want to review your footage, you can do that with this USB port. Yeah, saves you from redoing a video afterwards. You don't want to return home and then find out that your recording isn't good enough. You can check your recording with the media player in this monitor. Okay, if I turn it around again. Alright, on the right side of the monitor you've got a composite video in, a composite video out, a headphone jack for audio obviously, and you've got a 12-volt in to charge the monitor or just use the monitor, right? And a 12-volt out. You can actually power, for instance, your FPV goggle from the monitor, which is very nice. Now, the monitor has several ways to power it. It has an internal battery. I'll show that in a minute. You can use this 12-volt in from, for instance, a 3S LiPo. And the kit comes with the cabling for that. But you can use it hooked up to a car battery as well. So that's pretty flexible. Several ways of powering it. Now, if I actually turn it around once more. Alright, the back of the monitor. Might be hard to see, but all ports on the monitor are clearly labeled over here. That's very nice, of course. And this patch over here is actually the built-in battery. Yeah, very convenient. Now, with this monitor being a 10-inch monitor, do not expect to be able to run the monitor for hours on end of this battery. I'd say you get around 40-50 minutes. Well, I'm not sure. Don't, like I said, don't expect it to be able to run off of this battery for a long period of time. But well, if you are in a bind, yeah, you can do at least several FPV flights with this battery. Now, this battery is obviously charged if you hook up the monitor to a 12-volt input. So that's nice. And that is it. Ah, yeah, there are a few vent holes. And speakers. I'm not sure which are vent holes and which are speakers, but well, there are a few speakers and vent holes at the rear of the monitor. Now let's have a look what actually comes with this monitor. Alright, first thing, two video cables, one composite video in and one composite video out, or is it in or out? Well, a video in and a video out cable. Then there are the power input options. This is the battery that was in the back of the monitor. It's very simple to click it off of the monitor. And this is a 2300 mAh 11.1 volt battery pack, a LiPo battery pack actually. I would have expected lithium ion, but it's a LiPo, that's nice. Here you have the power brick that comes with the monitor, which is a 15 volt actually. Okay, so but mine came with a US plug. So yeah, if you order this monitor in any other kind of place, be sure to add a request for an adapter for your country. And this is the last input cable, which doesn't have a plug on it. And yeah, the idea is of course that you solder on a battery connector for the battery that you will be using to power this monitor. Yeah, I'll probably put an XT60 or Dean's connector on it, so I can power the monitor off of a large LiPo in the field. The monitor comes with two antennae, one omnidirectional rubber ducky kind of antenna, and one patch, so a directional kind of antenna, both 5.8 GHz of course. A note about this patch antenna, obviously I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it's any good, but the side that has the print on it, the Aomway print, is not the active side, so you have to point this side towards your model. And the last thing in the box is an instructions manual. Yeah, it's an English manual and it shows you what all the buttons and controls on the monitor do, what all the connections are for, and that is about it. so oh, it's also Chinese. Half of the manual is in Chinese. So yeah, that's all you need, I guess. So good manual. Alright, with that all said and done, let's switch on the monitor. There you go, power LED, and you can also see which of the antenna is active. Is that visible for you? Yeah, probably. This red LED at the top over here shows you which antenna is active. It has an OSD, as you could see at the top. Now, one gripe I have about the monitor is that you can't, at least I haven't found a way to show that OSD again. After a set period, it'll disappear on you. So yeah, I would have liked to see at least the battery level or the reception levels. And if you bring up the menu, there is a myriad of things to change. One of them is the OSD duration, which I've set to 15 seconds. You can't set that to always be present, that OSD. Oh well, okay, let me power up a video source. Then we can search for that video source with the search button over here. Oh, it actually does bring up the OSD again as well, as you could see. Huh, okay, well, maybe that's not a big gripe. Okay, we've got a video source. I'm not sure why both LEDs are blinking. This pitch antenna to the right isn't pointed straight at my model at all, so that might be the cause for that. What I'll do is I'll walk around in my house a bit and we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, you can change the aspect radius of the screen. In the menu over here, let's see, the aspect radius is now set to auto, and if I change that, there, now it fills the screen, but everything is distorted a bit as well, like this. Oh well. Okay, I'll do a quick run around in the house with my video source and we'll see what happens with the reception. Oh, by the way, let me just unscrew the patch antenna. And as you can see, it now clearly favors the left one, which is good, of course. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, I'll obviously test the diversity on this monitor more in the field. This was just a short little test. What I'll do is I'll show you a DVR sample recording with this monitor right now. We're out in the field. I've got my video quadcopter over there and I've got the monitor over here. And as you can see, I'm powering it from a very big 3S LiPo. Let's see, I'll combine my assessment of the screen itself with a DVR recording. So I've already pressed down on this dial, and once you do, you can see that it's recording from the little LED next to the micro SD card slot. So that's it. Now it's not super sunny, but I think I'll be able to assess if this monitor if this monitor is usable outdoors or if it needs a sunshade. Okay, up there it is pretty windy, by the way, so alright, let's give this a try. Okay, taking the quad up a bit so I clear all these light posts over here. A little more. Okay, well, my quad is in GPS lock now. What I'll do is I'll make it spin around a few times, and then in that I'll include the recording of it. So that's the recording from the monitor, so the DVR in the monitor itself. Here we go. My reception is great, by the way. I have a 200 milliwatt Turnigy transmitter on it. Sorry, a Quantum Elite transmitter. The ones with the aluminum case. I'm sure you've seen it, seen those. Yeah, my reception, I'm not that far away from my monitor obviously, but my reception is just marvelous, really. Couldn't be happier about that. I think at some points my gimbal can be in between the aerial on my quadcopter and my base station. But so far, great reception. Okay, now let me stop it moving around on us, and let's see. I'm gonna try and point it down a little. There. Okay, let's try and fly around something. Yeah, why not? Okay, here we go. Okie dokie, my quadcopter is going to circle nothing really. Okay, okay, while my quadcopter is circling nothing really, a patch of grass, let me assess the usability of this monitor. And that's actually looking pretty good. Like I said, it's not super sunny, but this monitor is clearly, to me at least, usable outdoors. I'm not sure what it will look like to you on video, but the clarity and contrast of the monitor really helps it out. I've tried other monitors, several brands actually. None of them were this usable outdoors. Even without a sunshade, it does pretty well. So, hey, part of my landing gear is in view. It must be really windy up there. Well, this looks very good to me. I'm happy with the monitor so far. very promising. Yeah, like I said, it's not super sunny, so maybe I'll have to put some kind of sunshade on it when it is sunny. So far, very nice. So, yeah, this was my initial review, short review of this Aomway monitor. I'm happy with it. Oops, my camera is turning up too much. I'll be using the monitor for a couple of weeks or months, and then I'll get back to you with my findings, and you'll probably see DVR recordings of it pop up in the future as well. I hope obviously that it does well. For now, thank you very much for watching, of course, and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.